Hey, it's Sarah Jane from Access Your True Nature. And this is just a quickie for you today to ask you, what are you choosing this Tuesday that is going to grow you, right? What if you could stop looking at why is this happening to me and actually ask a more generative question like, what is this showing me about myself, or how can I receive the gift in this challenge that I'm going through? And what if you could start to feel better and come back to a place where you can actually start looking at what's possible rather than going into the wrongness of it? And this is really just building on what I was talking about yesterday about doubt, is that when you can be willing to just sit in that moment of doubt, in that moment of fear, and just let it be there, everything starts to change, because you don't have to dig yourself out of fear by the old story. Hey, what are you complaining about? Rover's still getting used to the dogs. So I want to give you 5 quick ways on how you can focus your attention from what you don't want to what you do want. And hello, Stephen Ryan and Thaleng. I hope I said your name right. Give me some hearts, give me some love if you're ready to start looking at what it is that you want rather than what you don't want, and start to focus on your mindset. I mean, these are just little mindset hacks that are part of how we return to trust. And just like my dog, he had his first outing today and met a whole lot of people, and he was frightened of the birds, and it was just little by little increments, because if you've ever felt fear, you know that it shuts you down and you can't think straight. Adrenaline high, learning goes down. So we want to get you back into a place of calm, present stillness. Hey, precious. And one of the first ways that you can do this is put some distance between you and the thing that's holding you back in the fear or the doubt. You know, we want to put some distance also between the desire of what you think things should look like, and rather look at what is the gift in the journey, in the process. Because remember, life is a practice. We're in training days. Every day we wake up, every time we do this, we've got to start ditching the old stories and put some distance between you. So that's your hack number 1, is just acknowledge that even though something might have happened that you didn't want, or was bad, or you had an accident. There are no such things as accidents. I think we get exactly what we're asking for, and most of the time we're creating this from a place of what we don't want, because there's the fear of, and then we get stuck in this old story of thinking that it can't be any different, because we go into the past and we go back into the story instead of looking at some of the ways that you can create a different future. If it happened to you in the past, it doesn't mean it's going to happen again. And you, as the creator, when you raise your frequency up, you get to change everything. You get to change how you show up. You get to change how you create. So you've got to train your brain to stop looking for evidence of things going wrong, that things are going to always turn out not in your best interests. You have to get interested about things. You have to get curious about things and start looking for ways that you can be the observer. Put some distance between you and the story. So make a list. So here's some play work for you. I want you to make a list today of all the evidence that's showing up in your life that proves to you that you're actually winning. Okay? Because we're so quick to go to the things that aren't working for us and make that. Isn't it true, Tracy? We always look at the one thing, and then because one thing didn't work, we say, oh, then everything's not going to work. So I want you to look, and you can post this today. Give me a yes if you can recognize that in yourself, that you shut yourself down based on old stories. Hey, Anjana, yeah, so write it down. It's like, this is visible proof then. If you can write things down and you can go, wow, you know what? And I'll share a story that made my day yesterday, is that when things aren't going as fast or showing up the way that you want, or your expectations aren't realistic. And let's face it, we all have very high expectations about how we think life should look for us. And yesterday, it says my battery's low, but yesterday, let me just plug this in. Yesterday, an old client of mine, in fact, hold on, you're looking at my ceiling right now while I plug this in. I had a woman that I tracked her missing dog about a year ago, and it was a heartbreaking story. They'd had an armed robbery at their house. They were all traumatized. And these insane, crazy, unconscious people, as they drove off in their car, called their little Cavalier Spaniel into the car and drove off. You know, that's just totally plain, mean, and unconscious. But cut a long story short, I tracked this dog. They found the car. They didn't find the dog. It took a year of ongoing communications, connections with the dog. Because once I'm connected in, once I get stalk track, the lines of communication are open. And she phoned me out of the blue yesterday, and it was just like, what a gift to just receive that, when I really was starting to look at some of the places where I wasn't happy with the way things were going in my business. You know, it's like I'm so blessed. I have a full practice. I've doubled my income this year. It's way over the six-figure mark. I've got amazing women that I work with, and I was just having a wobble, because there's some things that I need to change and shift. And I was stalling. I was procrastinating. I was going into all the old stories and reasons and justifications why I couldn't. And I get this message on my phone from this woman saying that she was listening to a soundbite that I'd sent to somebody else. And her little spaniel woke up out of this deep sleep when he heard my voice, and climbed on her chest to listen to my voice. And she was just like blown away. She was like, all those months that I was tracking him and speaking to him and sending him messages and telling him to stay strong and get help, he remembered my voice. And it was just like, that's why I do what I do. And that's why I'm not going to let my own fear and my own doubt and my own procrastination stay in the way. So, you know, again, it was just, there's the evidence. Instead of looking at all the reasons why things aren't working, or the reasons why you want to have a pity party, make a list. Ask people. Connect with your tribe. Remind yourself. You know, remember, go back if you have testimonials. I know, isn't it amazing? Expectation reduces joy. Yeah, in a way. Or they can be, you know, I think a little bit of fear, a little bit of doubt is great fuel to motivate us and move us towards our core vision and our values and our mission and our purpose in life. But we don't want to go into the irrational fears and go into the victimology of why we think we can't. So instead of asking why things are happening, I want you to make a list of all the evidence that shows you that you're winning. Okay? That's my little my little prompt for you today. And type them in below. You know, give me a hell yes if you relate to that. Of just remember, you know, this is part of appreciation. What you appreciate appreciates. And if you can't find anything to appreciate about yourself, or about your work, or about the changes and the impact that you're making in the world, reach out to somebody to remind you. You know, it's so important to have tribe. It's so important to have support systems in place where you can tap back in when you're having a moment of disbelief, where you're not believing in yourself, and remember who you are, and realize that there's a lot working. So stop looking for the wrong, okay? That's my love note, my little message for you today is say yes. Say yes if you believe that the universe holds infinite possibilities for you. I want you to just say yes if you believe that right now. The law of attraction. The law of attraction only works if you have an aligned action behind it. You know, you can't meditate yourself into abundance. You can't put your whole life on hold waiting and hoping and wishing that things change. We have to go out there and look for the evidence and then go do it. Yeah? Yes, Tracy says. Yes, says Carmel. Awesome. You guys are amazing. So, you know, if you believe that the universe is an abundant universe, you have to look at the laws of compensation. You have to look at the chaos theory, and then go into why, not why, but how. How can I create better? How can I be better? How can I serve more? And if you're having a pity party, that's also another way, is get a purpose that's bigger than yours. Because when you tap into the why you do what you do, why you keep showing up, why you keep aligned in those moments, everything starts to change. Hi, Mandy Barry. So, you know, just remember that you are an infinite creator, and you have to raise your frequency up. And one of the easiest ways to do that is do a mind hack. Go out there and read some of the testimonials that you got from somebody. Go and ask somebody that really has had a good result from you, and ask them to remind you where they were when they started and where they are now that you have contributed to their life and to their journey. And just know that when you can tap into why from a place of empowerment, not from why is life happening to me, but how you have made your life into this generating machine of magic and mysticism and alchemy, then you have control over your emotions and how you create your life. And you then can have the desires. When you tap into your desires to manifest, start looking for the evidence. Start looking for the evidence of exactly how far you've come this year. Because there's that saying that goes, as without, so within. So you can have a fulfilled life, but you have to start changing your mindset. You have to start rewiring your nervous system, and you have to stop buying into the old stories that's the way that it's going to be forever. Okay? So the more that you see the evidence of why your existence in its own is magnificent, that you are a freaking miracle just by being you, the more that you will start to get what you want. Okay, you have to trust yourself. How do you deepen into trust? Well, add another layer. Trust that you're going to do what you say. I want you to tell me right now, right on the post, comment below. You know, if you can feel fear, if you can feel doubt, you can start looking at how is this helping me in expanding my vision or my mission or my purpose. How is this helping me to get closer to what I want? And what is it teaching you? What is fear teaching you? There's a gift in all of this. Okay, there are no mistakes. So I want you to tell me, type in below if you're resonating with this. Give me some love, give me some hearts, share this with someone, tag somebody if this is resonating with you. But I want you to use this tribe, use this Facebook Live to let us be witness to what you are going to expand into as your trust builder. Okay, just type in one thing that you're going to do right now to build more trust, to build more trust in yourself, to build more trust in life, in your tribe, to build more trust in your body. Anything. What are you learning right now? Type it in the comments below. Let us be witness to that. Okay? You're not alone. And when you can receive this kind of fierce medicine, then you have room to take more aligned action. Okay? But you have to keep yourself in the game. Don't take yourself out of the game by thinking that fear has got you by whatever and is going to drag you down. Okay? You're not a crab in a pot. Bravery, I love it. Carmel, awesome. Hi, Julia. Hi, Peter. So type in one thing that you are learning right now that's building your trust. I'd love to know. Share that. Believe in yourself. Beautiful, precious. Awesome. Woohoo! I love it. Can you feel that? Yeah. So keep yourself in the game. Believe that things are working for your highest, greatest good. The hardest part is always the mindset. It's not the belief. You were born with this high vibe frequency. You came here to do amazing things in the world. And you have to know that when you create different feelings on purpose, you raise your frequency. Hello, Lena Marshman. All right. So just accept your fears. Accept your fears. So that's one of your mind tags. Feel the fear, feel the doubt, and just ask, what is the gift here that this feeling is showing you? Because remember, before words, our line of communication, our most primal state of communication is feeling, right? Feeling. It's nonverbal. This is what the animals have taught me. Hi, Brian. Hi, Remy. I love it. So what is your new default going to be? I want you to so step one of your mind tech is be with your feelings. Feel it. Don't try and avoid it. Don't try and bypass it. Just be with it. Be with it and then ask. Instead of why am I feeling so afraid, or going into some conclusion that you are afraid, ask what's underneath the fear, or what the fear has to teach you here. What's the gift in it? And then I want you to go out and gather evidence. Shift your focus to what do you want? What do you want to create with this? And ask yourself, how can I, right? Instead of saying I can't, instead of waiting, instead of procrastinating, instead of letting fear shut you down, move with it. Be still with it first, okay? Be still with it first. In fact, right now, put your hand on your heart if you have to. And just be still. Be still and do a body scan and just feel what your body's asking you to feel into, because we're so cut off. You know, it's like a horse and a rider. Your head is the rider, and the horse is this beautiful, magnificent body that you have that's come to move you and journey with you through this physical experience. And there's a disconnect between your head and your body. So let the horse, your animal body, hey puppy, let your animal body show you what it's perceiving and knowing and being. And be still, sit with it. Sit with it. And then you'll start to see that you don't have to keep consuming shit outside of you. You can't respond to yourself, to your own core desires when you're looking at everybody else's stuff. But don't lose me. Stay with me. And let this be a contribution to you. But just let yourself empty your brain. Empty your brain. This is what the trust process is all about. It's a place of non-thinking. It's a place of absolute stillness. Okay, this charger is not working. So let yourself be in it. Identify to the belief. Find the fear that matches that and write it down. And then what you can do is turn it into a mantra or turn it into a statement. Okay? But be still enough to bring yourself back when your mind wanders off, because it will. And this is the trust process. Is trust that whatever arises, you can love it, and whatever is coming up has its own validity, but it doesn't define you or how you're going to create your life. So just listen, create from the inside out, and just trust that your way is your way. Lead, don't follow. And then look at the outcome, not the how, okay? This is the quantum leap of this work, is just let yourself play, okay? Let yourself play. And type a word or a sentence of one thing. When you've got the identity to the belief, you're feeling it in your body, you're allowing yourself to sit with it, okay? And then bring in the vision of what you want your life to look like, and imagine as if it's already happened, and feel that. I have so many people that are on like a level 10 pain, and they come right down to a 2 just by doing this simple mind hack. And it's actually a mind-body hack, because you're allowing your body, which is the heaviest vibrational frequency of you, okay? It's not as sattvic or as high as your spiritual, infinite beingness, your soul that's chosen to have this physical experience. You have to sometimes just allow yourself to push pause, slow down, connect to that still point, and trust what your body knows. Trust what your body's trying to show you, and then lean into that, and imagine as if it's already happened, and then take aligned action. Because the more that you start to see it as if it's already happened, your brilliant future, everything changes as if by magic. And you are an alchemist. So instead of using your magic as black magic or dark magic, know that you're the black sheep. Know that you are the horse, not the rider. And gallop into this beautiful future that's waiting for you. It's right there. All you have to do is reach out and touch yourself. Touch yourself, touch your emotions. Touch the feeling of what it feels like when you get that core desire, and then you align and you tune yourself like a fine instrument, and you tune your body into that vibration so that it can take you towards what you want, and you can recognize it instead of burying your head in the sand or avoiding things that are all opportunities for your growth. Remember, everybody, there are so many resources available to you, and you cannot see it if you're running from doubt and skepticism and cynicism and criticism and all those other isms that keep you stuck and out of creating the life that you want. Okay, so type your word or a sentence. I trust me. I love that, Mandy. And I want you to get more detailed and more specific. How do you trust yourself? How do you trust yourself? What are you going to allow yourself to trust? So get more detailed on that, and then come up with a word or a sentence that becomes your mantra, and stick it on all over the place so that you can see it. You can heal your body. You can create the life that you want, and you can create a huge impact in the world. When you are aligned to that, you can see it. Okay, you can't see it when you're in it, and that's sometimes why we need support. So I want to thank you for joining me. I'm off to club night with my daughter, and I'll speak with you soon. So share this with anyone that you think might get value out of this. Oh, I love that, Carmel. Look inwardly more. Yes, yes. Because nobody knows you like you, and nobody knows your body better than you. And when you can trust your insides, you can start trusting the outside. You know, the universe will match your vibration. So raise your vibration, raise your frequency, and let the universe show you something beautiful today. You know, that's one of my most beautiful demands that I ask of myself every morning when I open my eyes. I just tap into appreciation of waking up. And then I say, universe, show me something beautiful today. And it never gets old. You can't make this shit up, okay? So go and be amazing. And I will speak to you soon. I hope you enjoyed today. Sending you lots of love. Bye. Mwah.